Happy Wednesday, fabulous humans. Welcome to the Coffee Run episode 429. Yes, we are live a little earlier today because I've got an appointment to get to. So I thought I would come in here a little bit sooner rather than later and just have a bit of a chat with you. Now, something that I wanted to talk to you about was something that came up in the interview with the Wolf brothers actually on Monday morning, which was such a delight to have a chat with them. Hey, Catherine. And we were talking about what happens when things go wrong, right? When things don't go quite according to plan and, you know, your guitar doesn't work when you go live or when you take the stage. And this has happened. Like, this is what they were saying to me is like, every show that they do, every gig that they do, there is something that goes wrong. And I've said, oh, really? Wow. You know, I hadn't thought about it like that. And you know, we're not privy to what goes on in the entertainment industry unless you're part of it, right? So if you imagine like you're sitting in the audience and you're looking at the stage and you know, the bad walks out and shit's not going right. What we have as an audience member, we have an element of trust in the people who are up there that they are professional enough that they will be able to work out and fix whatever it is that's going on and keep going. You know, to me, it's a sign of true professionalism, right? If somebody can have something that just goes completely arse about, something goes wrong, something comes in out of left field, your technology doesn't work, or you lose your words. You know, the sign to me of a professional is somebody who can make it look like it was either planned or it can look like it doesn't faze you, even if it does. So what was even more interesting about this, and it's kind of a bit of an insight into like human behavior and things like that, where we're like, we always expect, hey Carmen, we always expect and I guess assume that like this sort of stuff just rolls off people's backs, you know, when you see them go, oh, that was kind of funny, and then like just water off a duck's back and, you know, things like that. I know, Carmen, I'm just keeping you on your toes. I've got an appointment today, so I wanted to go live earlier. Make sure I tick it off and get it in. And what was interesting to hear is that actually what happens on the outside, it looks like, you know, they're cool, calm, and collected. It's like, yeah, we're just going to do this. It's fine. Internally, sometimes it's a completely different ballgame. And it was really interesting to hear this from the guys where they were saying, yeah, you know, sometimes that self-talk is insane. Come on, we were talking about this the other day. Like the self-talk can be crazy. But I think the thing that happens, and there's a comment, and I can't remember who came up with the 10,000 hours theory, or I don't know if it's a theory or if it's proven actually. But what we know is that when you have done things enough and you've built up your muscle mastery and your competence level, you are going to have, like when you've hit that 10,000, you've got so much more experience to be able to pivot, change, adjust, do whatever it is that you need to be able to do, right? So, you know, that doesn't come with anything other than practicing, you know, screwing up, failing, having things just fall completely flat on their face, you making errors. I think it's really, it's really interesting, particularly in the industry that I'm in, where it's all very sugar-coated, you guys. Like if you think about it, there are people that will always talk about, oh, you know, I just did a 6-figure launch, I just did a 7-figure launch, I just did this, you know, I've hit these milestones. And they present this kind of veneer to what they want you to see, right? But what they don't talk about a lot of the time is, and you know, I try to do this, and I know I don't do this all the time, but I really try to paint you a picture of the reality, right? And I know that some people don't do this. It looks like it can be an overnight success. So these guys they've toured the States, they've come back because of Corona, they're spending more time here. And they're at number one country single, I think, for the last 4 weeks, which is amazing. But, you know, that's here in Australia, yet they've put in the hard yards. They've been doing this work, like solidly stuff publicly since 2012. And before that, really focusing on owning Tasmania and really like building up their local crowd and their local fan base and doing that type of thing, so that when they do go to release things, it's, they've already got people there that they can talk to or sing for and perform for. And so I think, when we think about our businesses and we all of us in some way, shape or form want to be a leader within our industry, right? And we want to be listened to, we want to be heard, we want our audiences to believe us and believe what it is that you're saying, right? So if you're going out there saying, hey, you guys, like, this is what I'm doing, let's go do this, that you want your audience to believe you, believe in you, and see you as somebody who they can listen to. And the way to get there is by practicing, right? And continuing to practice and refine and fail and refine and succeed and then fail and then refine and kind of keep moving up and up and up in this onwards and upwards motion and building momentum all the time. That's really what it takes. And the other thing that I was reminded of today that's also really important, hey Amanda, is asking the people who you have already got as a client. I'm a big fan of doing some market research, not market research, let me clarify that, because I'm not a fan of doing market research. I'm a fan of doing some audience research, some hot, cold client research, right? And you're always got to be refining and tweaking and massaging this person who is your hot, cold client that you want to reach. Because if you're not working with them yet, then you haven't reached them yet, right? If you want to work with someone called Flora and you haven't got Flora as a client yet, then you haven't said something in a way that is going to resonate with her or them, right? Or you're just not in front of her eyeballs yet. So you've got to work on doing that. So one of the things that you can do is have a conversation or ask the question of people who you're already working with. And I've actually just done this today. So, this is something that doesn't stop, you guys, right? This is constant refinement in what you're doing, refinement in your craft. And we're not going, I don't go out there asking questions of my clients for validation. I'm asking questions because I want to know if something would resonate with them, because I want more people like them, right? They're fucking amazing. So I want to bring in more people like these people. So it's like, okay, asking questions. If you saw this, would this resonate with you? And they're like, hell yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. There was a phrase that came up in my journaling this morning, and I'm just like, I wonder. And it was like an epiphany. You guys, I was like, why haven't I thought about that before? That's so curious. Or maybe I have thought about it before, but not in the same way, and it didn't kind of drop in the same way. And that really kind of segues into the following your heart section, which is like the next point that I wanted to make today. It's like, sometimes, what we do, it can feel like it might feel like it's a deviation off the path, right? So it might feel like if you're being led to talk about something, promote something, educate on something, train on something, and you're like, yeah, but it's a little bit out of your pocket, right? Out of that little zone. If you've tapped in and you're like, no, this is the thing that I need to say, this is the thing that they need to hear, this is the thing that I need to deliver and talk about and train on, then follow your heart. If you've done the work, right? Where the heck did that come from? If you have practiced your craft and you're doing the hours and you're putting in the time and you are wholly committed to working your genius and helping the people out there that you want to help, asking questions is going to be a no-brainer, and then just tapping back into following your heart and trusting that every decision you make is the right choice and the right decision. And that can fuel your confidence, right? That can help you be seen as a leader. That can help people, your hot, cold clients like Flora, go, oh my God, finally, somebody has said it like it is. Shut up and take my money. I am so in, right? If she can really see or he can really see that you can deliver on what you're talking about because you're coming from a place of certainty and strength, then that's the thing that's going to reach in and tap into their heart and soul and have them taking action. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Get the 10,000 hours up. Don't ever stop asking questions. Always ask questions and follow your heart and your intuition and your gut with what it is that you need to be, do, say, have, all of that kind of thing, right, for your people. If you're wanting to amplify and really get yourself in front of the people that you want to help, then you've got to be in Funnelicious. It's going to be a whole ton of fun. You are absolutely going to be seen in your industry as a leader for sure, because people aren't going to be able to ignore you. You are going to be everywhere for all of the right reasons. So Funnelicious, I have not got a link. Have I got a link handy for you? Hang on a second. Oh yeah, I do. It's 21 days. We start on the 29th of June. And we are going actually for 6 or 7 modules that we've got going on in there. You will learn everything that you need to know about positioning. You will learn everything that you need to know as well about leveraging all of the tech, anything that you need to amplify out there what it is that you want to do and the people that you want to help. So that is that, my friends. The link is in the comments there. You can't miss it. It's right there. So get out there, go help some people, have a whole ton of fun doing it. And if I don't talk to you before, I will speak with you tomorrow. Bye.